Hey everybody, this is my 125 gallon tank, and I did want to shoot an update on my angelfish here. This is a new addition to the tank, or a fairly new addition. I've had the angelfish for a while, but it's not been in this tank until recently. So I'm really happy with the way it looks in there. I'm really happy with the way it behaves. It's certainly adapted to life in the new bigger tank that it's been in, and my rainbow fish were initially pretty alarmed by having, much larger fish in there, but as you can see, they've all gotten used to the angelfish being in there, and we've got no issues whatsoever. And again, that coloration and everything in this tank just makes a perfect fit for it. So the real topic of this video is going to be my loaches, and I want to do an update on the feeding that I've been giving them. So not too long ago, I got several people saying that my loaches were really skinny and there's probably something going on with them. And I don't necessarily disagree. They've been skinny like that for a long time, especially the one we're looking at right now. That's the skinniest one I've got. It's always been kind of small. I always sort of thought it was the runt or something. So I decided I was going to get some medicated food, and I did. And I've been using that, and I don't know how much they're really eating it, but it is what I'm putting in there, and it's only what I'm putting in there for them. So if they want it, if they want to eat food on the bottom, then this is what they're going to have to eat. It's Max Shield, and honestly, this stuff makes my mouth water when I open it. It reeks of garlic. If you've ever been fishing and you're familiar with the garlic scented power bait, that's pretty much what it smells like when you open the lid. It smells like you just opened some garlic scented power bait, and my mouth starts watering immediately. Just, reactionary. Not that I think I actually want to eat any of it, but my mouth doesn't know any different. So I would think that they would love that, but they don't seem too interested in it. Again, it's the only food I'm putting in there that sinks to the bottom for the time being, so it kind of forces them. If they want to eat bottom food, then they're going to be eating that. Otherwise, they can swim up to the surface and they can eat the flakes when I feed the fish at night, or when I put krill in there for my tenopoma, which I do not see at the moment. It's probably hiding down the other end of the tank. They can come up and eat the krill, and occasionally I will put a few live snails in there, because live snails are good nutritious food for the loaches as well. And now, after all, that's the goal, was to try to get them to put some weight on. So I don't know if they're eating it or not, and I don't know if they're putting on weight or not, but I'm hoping they are. I've seen them nibbling on a few of the pieces, so I know they're probably eating some of it. And when I come back later in the day, the pieces are gone. And so, again, I assume that the loaches are the ones that are doing most of that nibbling. But for all I know, the angelfish could be going down to the bottom and pecking the food off the bottom. And lastly, I want to show everybody this. I took some Lavamesol flakes, and in order to get them to sink, I mushed them together with Hikari algae wafers and shrimp pellets until it was like a paste. And then I spread it out and let it dry for a few days, about 4 or 5 days, and this is what I've got. And I've not yet tried this either. So we're actually going to put a little bit in the tank right now and see what happens. Get this lid open here, if I can do this without knocking anything else over. So I'm assuming these will sink. And I know the loaches absolutely love the Hikari algae wafers, and I know they eat the shrimp pellets, so that's definitely going to be something that they would eat under normal circumstances, and I don't understand why they wouldn't now. So between that and then the Max Shield, I would imagine if there is really some sort of parasite going on in that loach, or in two of these loaches, this stuff here should be what we need to get them straightened out. So that's the skinniest one I've got right there. And you can see he's got those, almost looks like ridge lines across where, for lack of a better word, I'll say where its shoulders would be. And it's definitely thin. Again, there's no denying that it is, could stand putting on some weight. It's just why it needs to put on the weight is the question. Whether or not it's really got an internal parasite, or it's just the runt of the, litter, so to speak, and it's just always going to be that way. So that's it, just a fairly brief update. I did want to show everybody that concoction I made before I put it in the tank, just so you got a good look at it. Again, whether or not that's going to work, we'll have to wait and see, but you can see the rainbow fish are already down on the bottom of the tank picking it up and eating it. So at least I can know that if there is any parasites in the tank and it's being spread around from fish to fish, then at least the other fish are eating medicated flakes as well. If they're not infected, then it's not going to hurt them. But if they are infected in any way, you know, that Lavamesol there will clear out any sort of gut parasites or anything, I'm hoping. So that right there is the one that I want to see go down and eat some of that stuff, but doesn't seem like it's going to at the moment. But have no fear, I will keep you updated, so make sure you're subscribed and you won't miss that or anything else I've got coming up. So make sure, don't forget, this one here is my 125-gallon tank. I'm still looking around for my Tenopoma. I don't see him in there anyway. Oh, there he is. It's amazing how well that fish hides. Let's have a look at the Tenopoma real quick. You can see him hiding down there. Ideally, the angelfish going in the tank was to be sort of a dither fish to kind of help encourage this one to come out. I didn't really expect it to have much of an impact, and it didn't. So there you go. As I said, make sure you're subscribed. And don't forget, this one, of course, is my 125-gallon tank. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you real soon in the next one.